your kid is going to be critical. If this tour don't show up, I don't know what I'm going to do. Right? And for some of us, it's got real out here. And I'm an owner just like you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and my schools and what we do in just a second. But I just want you to know that I feel you. I have four schools just like you. And one of the reasons why I wanted to be here with you guys tonight is because I understand. I understand what it feels like every 2 weeks to pay a payroll. I understand what it means to run a high quality program. I understand when I don't have the student count that I need, that as much as I want to be a great owner, something is going to go missing, right? And so I want to thank you for being here tonight. I'm going to get the PowerPoint up. I hope that you guys are ready for a good time. Now, we're not going to be here for a long time, but we are going to be here for a good time. Now, I just need y'all to give me 1 hour. Now, look at the clock right now. It's 7:41. By 8:41, I'm going to be wrapping this up because I know that you got to get to your schools in the morning. And I just need y'all to give me 1 hour. All right? And one of the reasons why I need you to give me 1 hour is because this is a serious matter. And in order for us to talk about the things we need to talk about, we need a little time. Right? It took us some time to get into this position. It's going to take us a little time to get out of it. So how many of you commit to staying until the end? Like Brandy, I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to be here until the end because I need this information, right? I want to know who you are. So tonight I am going to be talking to you. I'm going to be teaching you from my heart about how to enroll 20 students in 20 days. And we're doing this in my schools right now. And we're going to be doing this with a whole group of people starting next week. And I'll tell you more about that at the end. And so I want to encourage you to have pen and paper. I want you to be a good student. I want to encourage you to put your camera on if you can. And if you have a director, if you have someone that is helping you on a daily basis, I'm going to encourage you to get them in the room. As a matter of fact, Bobby, drop this in our Elevation Mastermind room. Tell them Coach Brandy said, get in the room. If you have a director, someone who is helping you enroll, I'm going to give you permission since this is our last night. I'm going to give you permission to share this Zoom link with them, and I want you to get them in the room. Because how many of you know that you need help to get where you're going? You need help. And so tonight we're going to give you that help. For those of you who stay to the end, you give me this hot, fine hour, I'm going to give you a free gift. It's an Enroll 20 calculator and a planning sheet. I did this planning sheet with all 14 of my administrators 2 weekends ago. And literally, it was not a dry eye in the room. And they were ready to crusade. They understood the assignment. Last week alone, we started 8 kids in our organization because they understood what was on the line. So I'm giving you guys permission. Did y'all drop it in the link? Did y'all give them the link? Yes? Yes? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate the team. Thank you, Aquania, because we want to make sure that there's nobody that's supposed to be helping you that does not hear this information on tonight. This is a free webinar. I love the people who upgraded. Those of you who upgraded, I appreciate that. Those upgrades are going to help you. That book is going to help you fulfill some of the assignments that we're having you do on tonight. And for those of you who didn't, we'll give you that information of how you can upgrade yourself in just 1 second. All right, Coach Nat, do me a favor and give Daniel a call. I'm turning my phone on Do Not Disturb. I suggest you do the same. I suggest you do the same because we got work to do. We got work to do. Let me reshare my screen. So I have a big question for you guys that are on, and this is going to be interactive. And what I mean by interactive, I'm going to be sharing some polls with you tonight. I'm going to be asking you guys some questions tonight, and I want you to please make sure that you answer those questions. But have you guys ever wondered like why some centers seem to stay full and others just don't? You like, I know they must be doing something. How is it that they are always staying full, but I'm not? Or maybe you ask yourself, like, what are some strategies that they're using? Like, if I knew what they were doing, I would do it for myself. And then there's some of you who may be on here and you're full and you're like, I'm scared to open another center because I hear that people have empty seats. How do I make sure that if I do expand, I'm going to have the students that I need? So, this is my promise to you on tonight. This is what you're going to learn. One, you're going to leave this webinar tonight with 4 proven actionable strategies to help you enroll. I'm going to give you an assignment after every strategy that's only going to take you 2 to 5 minutes on tomorrow. I have a question. Who's going to do their homework? Now, it's no sense of us breaking bread and talking and learning if you're not going to implement. And this is going to help you enroll students without burnout and without begging. And these are strategies that are already being implemented. I'm going to be giving you guys some examples of people that I know who are using them now, including my staff. So, Coach, why are you doing this now? Most of all is because I was talking to owner after owner this summer and everybody was saying the same thing. And I want you to drop in the chat how many of your like full-time babies went to big kid school, right? Everybody was saying, Coach Brandy, I'm losing 10 kids, 20 kids, 30 kids. They're going back to school. And then my full-time kids that I had in the summer, they're going back to school. I want you to drop the number of seats that you have just with kids that you've taken good care of. You got them school ready and now they've left, right? For whatever reason. So one of the reasons why we're doing this tonight is one is because we know that we're always enrolling because our babies are always growing up. But the great thing about that is new babies are always being born. So we have one of those businesses that we can be recession proof, right? But some of y'all say I had 13 kids leave, 9 kids leave, 23 kids leave, 25 kids. Somebody says for me, I have 60 open seats, right? And so we're doing it now because we want to fill those seats, but we don't just want to fill them. We want to fill them fast. How many of you want to fill them, but you want to fill them fast? If so, I want you to put fast in the chat. Because I told y'all this is going to be interactive. I don't need just one student dripping in a week. I don't need 2 students this month. I need 20 students, and I know that they can make a big difference in my programming. So I want to start with this question. How full is your center right now? Like right now, how full is your center? Right? I'm going to launch this poll. There are about 100 of us on. So I want to get at least 80 of us to answer this. I want to get at least 80 of us to answer this. How full is your center right now? How full is your center right now? All right? Let me know. All right? I'm going to give you 5 more seconds. Come on, few more answers. You can do it. You can do it. Answer this poll. All right, I'm ending the poll. Now, y'all, on this poll, this is so accurate. Bobby, if I'm telling the truth, let them know in the chat. Tonight, 0 of us say we have 100% full center. At least we've been having 1 or 2. There is 13% of us that says, I'm mostly full. I'm between 75 and 90% full. And then most of us, we're under 75% full, but 50% of us, we're right here at 50% full or less. Y'all, this is crucial. It's critical. It's critical that we do something now, right? And looking at these statistics, I know you're saying, "Oh my God, man, I thought it was just me." But the truth of the matter is that we all have some work to do. And so I'm going to ask you the second question before I get into the teaching. Because again, I said, if we come tonight, we take notes, we don't do it, we don't implement, then we have an issue. How many of you, if I give you some of the ideas, how many of you are going to be willing to commit to at least trying them? Right? So I'm starting another poll. I want you to answer it. I want you to answer it. Okay? Let's see where we at. I love this. I love this. I'm ending the poll. Um, 92% of you said, listen, I'm ready to go. I know it's crucial. 8% of you said, oh, maybe if it's not too time consuming. So this tells me you don't have on your CEO hat. Like, you like, coach, I know I need to do it, but I don't have a lot of time because I'm doing so many other things. This is the appointed time. You got to make time. And that's why we're going to talk about some self-limiting beliefs that we're going to have to attack if we're really going to go after this. So who am I? My name is Coach Brandy Wood Smith. I am the founder of Child Care Millionaires, but more importantly, I'm the proud owner of 4 schools. I've opened 5 in my career. We merged 2 of our schools during the pandemic. And y'all, guess what? I opened my new school today. Can everybody just give a little praise break to Jesus himself, my big brother, to God our Father? We opened another school today. Listen, we got work to do, and we're going to work for hour 20. Last week, we booked 11 tours, and I want to show you the exact formula. So when I say I'm enrolling 20 students too, I'm enrolling 20 students too, right? And I'm proving my own strategies on my own self in a brand new building. So if you saw me on social media today, you saw us opening the doors to our new building. We made over $27 million in the childcare industry, and we absolutely love what we do. So I'm an educator. This is my 27th year in education. I know y'all, I know I look 27. No, this is my 27th year in education, and I love what I do. So I'm a child care owner. I'm the matriarch of the Child Care Millionaires family and my family. I'm a coach. I'm a speaker. I've been able to speak and learn from some of the greatest people in business in my lifetime. And I'm so honored to be one of the leaders in Child Care Millionaires. Our coaches are phenomenal. If you love our coaches, you can just drop your favorite coach in the chat. Some of them are here. You know, toot their horn. Our coaches are literally the best. So tonight, what we're going to cover is myths about childcare enrollment, 4 proven strategies, and we're going to talk about how to enroll 20 students in 20 days, because next Monday, we actually have a boot camp where I am going to be walking you through 6 weeks where we're going to get ready and we're going to enroll. I'm going to answer some questions. And then at the very end, I'm going to give out a free gift. Now, don't forget, you got to stay until the end. We have helped our members earn over $100 million in the last 6 years. We probably need to calculate. It's well over that. And I'm going to show you tonight that there are millions of dollars in this room that have not made it to your bank account tonight, right? Because I'm going to do my money leak test. And every time I do my money leak test, there's normally at least one owner who's missing out on $1 million that should be in their pocket, but they're losing it to empty seats. Our association is about you being profitable, you being sustainable, and you having systems that work. We want you to be a CEO in your business, not just the owner operator, right? And sometimes we all sit in the seat of director. How many owners do I have in here? Like if you're owner, put owner. If you're an owner working as still as your director, put owner director. And if you're just a director, not just a director, because I'm going to talk about a director who killed it with their 20 in 20 days. But if you are a director that we love and adore, put director in the chat. All right. Okay. I see what we're working with. I see what we're working with. Okay. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. So while you guys are putting your position in the chat, I want to talk about some childcare myths, right? I want to talk about some childcare myths that essentially hurt us from enrollment. But if we don't kill these myths, then we're not able to move forward in our enrollment and move forward with our staff the way we need to, right? And so one of the things that you have to do, and they teach this like when people have to go through like rehab or when people like in trouble, they say the first thing you got to do is admit when you have a problem, okay? So one of these may be your problem. And if this is one of your problems, I want to address it before I start teaching, because if not, everything I teach, you're going to filter it through this problem. 1, some people think there is no real money being made in childcare. Y'all, this is 100% not true. If this was true, those chain daycares would not be trying to buy your daycare. How many of you in the last 2 or 3 years have gotten an offer for someone to buy your center. You got that little letter in the mail, right? And basically, what these big franchises are doing, they're buying centers like mine and yours, that we put blood, sweat, and tears in. They're not even changing the name anymore. They used to rebrand them under their name. They're not changing the name anymore. They're using your staff, they're using your name, they're using your reputation, and they're paying you pennies on the dollar and turning around, making millions of dollars on your business. Now, there will be a time I will sell, but I'm not going to sell on a bargain because I'm tired. But many of us get those things in the mail and we think, well, I'm not making a lot of money anyway. I might as well, right? But some of you have spent tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars building your center, building your name. And I want you to know it is possible to make money in childcare, right? Number two, some of you like, I can't really afford all these new systems. I don't know how to do that stuff, right? And so you don't have systems, so you keep losing your leads. Number three, somebody's saying, you know what? I've done everything already. I don't think that there's nothing else I can do. I don't think there is nothing else that I can do, right? There's always more you can do. And sometimes you just got to do it again. How many of y'all went to Vacation Bible School when you were growing up? Now, one of my favorite stories. How many of y'all went to Vacation Bible School? Tell me in the chat. If so, put VBS. What are my VBS babies? They gave you spaghetti and that toast. And they made that toast out of that hot dog bun because that was cheaper than that French bread. Let me know. And you probably had a sister Martha that was making that communion in the back. Let me know where my VBS baby's at. Okay, Liz. Oh, hey, Martha. Martha say, hey, I'm Martha. Listen, in VBS, they would always tell us about a story. And there was a story in the Bible where they were going out to fish and they caught no fish. Y'all remember the story? There was a story in the Bible. They were going out to fish. They caught no fish. And Jesus, he all wise and stuff. And he came out and he said, hey, you need to cast your net on the other side. It wasn't the fact that they needed a new net. It's not a fact that you need a new center. You just need to look in the new places for your kids, right? And some of us are not fishing with a net. We fishing with a little pole, right? So I just want, if you're a woman of faith and you're an owner of faith, I don't know if it's any men in here. If you're a person of faith, say, I'm just going to cast my net again. I'm going to go out and look for the kids that I know that are supposed to be in my center. Many of us feel like God called us to this industry. He didn't call us not to serve any kids. He didn't call us to empty seats. But some of us have totally lost faith. We've totally lost passion. And we just need to figure out, okay, what do I need to do to help me cast my net again? How can I get enough energy to go out and talk about my center? I know I do better by my center. I can run circles around Head Start when it comes to curriculum. I feed the kids. I clothe the kids. I spend my own money. I make sure my teachers have everything. Matter of fact, many of you are the last person to get anything. And that means you are the first person that should be getting everything, right? But you got to believe that you deserve it. You got to believe that there is still a power in you to run your business, to fill up those seats. Right? Some of us just got to fall back in love with our business again. We got to fall back in love with marketing again. Some of us have even said things like, I don't even like dealing with staff, so I'm just going to take these few little students because I don't even want no more staff. If that's you, I want you to say, ouch. And you stop even marketing because you didn't want to deal with people, right? One parent hurt your feelings and you stop for days telling people about your business. But how many are you ready? I mean, you're really ready to look at your business in a different way. And you're ready to fill up your empty seats. If so, I want you to put the word ready in the chat. I'm going to be doing 4 tips tonight. One, I'm going to talk about touring and how touring is not begging. It's bossing up. Tip number 2, I'm going to be talking about the math ain't mathing. Run me my money. Like, where is the money going? I know that parents are paying me, right? Give me my money. Like, the math ain't mathing. When I look at what I should be making and what I am making, it's not adding up. When I look at my payroll and my tuition, it's not adding up. Something has to change. If you're ready for more money, I want you to just put money in the chat. It's okay to say the word. It's not a bad word. It's not a bad word. You need to go ahead and say it. Money is on its way to me right now. Number 3, I'm going to be talking about everything speaks. But some of your center is on mute. Your center is saying nothing. Your social media is dry. The last time you printed a flyer was last year, right? The last time that you went on live, the last time you posted your kids doing something, the last time you had a community event. So we're going to talk about everything speaks. And then one of my favorite tips is the fortune is in the follow up, right? If you're not following up and you got scraps of paper and old sticky notes and old cards with kids' names on them with spaghetti stains on it, you're not following up, right? And you're losing your own money. So we're going to talk about these 4 tips on tonight. But somebody had asked me, they say, yo, Brandy, I want the VIP. I saw you in the chat. I knew this slide was coming. You can take a screenshot of this slide. My team will even put it in the chat. You can get the replay of this. That way, if you want to watch it with your staff, you can. We have some scripts. We have a whole playbook. You have a lunch and learn with me on Thursday. It's our last one. You can come and ask me questions on Thursday. And you even have an enrollment calculator. The workbook is about 34 pages. It's yours forever and ever and ever. And you also get a replay of our training tonight. Because I can talk fast. But y'all only gave me an hour. And I know if I don't talk fast in this hour, y'all gonna leave me. Y'all gonna leave me. So I need y'all to stay with me, okay? And so make sure that you get your VIP pack. They just dropped it in the chat. All right, before we get into tip 1, I have another question for you. What do you think is your biggest challenge with enrollment? So you're thinking like, okay, I know that I got some things going on, but what do you think is your biggest challenge? Is it getting families to book a tour? And guys, you can vote now. Is it closing your parents after the tour? Is it following up consistently? Or is it keeping your families long term? Right? What do you think would be like your biggest obstacle right now? What would be your biggest obstacle? I want you to choose one. And somebody is saying staff, so they could be keeping families long term. But staff is a byproduct of our management as well. Okay? And I know we got to find staff, we got to onboard them, we got to train them. I know that's all a part of the process, right? So I get that. But when it comes to actually enrolling, which one of these would you pick? All right? Somebody said, oh, Connie, I'm glad you listened, but pick one. Pick one, girl. You can do it. All right, I'm ending the poll. All right. So 47% of us is like Brandy, just getting the family to actually book the tour, right? And to those of you who are saying that, I'm going to ask you, can you book a tour on your website? Or someone has to call and book a tour? The 11 tours that I booked last week, I didn't talk to one parent to book them. They all came through my website. I'm just being honest. That's what happened. Okay? Do I book tours on the phone? Absolutely. But we even have a system for that, right? 17% says, hey, it's really closing up after the tour. Like they come to the tour, but some of them wait on vouchers or they don't have the money. Okay. Number 3, following up consistently. 21% of you say people come, but I don't even call them back. Or they call and I heard a message from June saying I want to start my baby. And now it's 3 months later. I'm not following up. And then 16% says really is keeping families long term. All right. So we're going to address these in our next section. Number 1, touring ain't begging. During the pandemic, I'm going to be very honest. A lot of us got lazy on tours for several reasons. One, we really weren't letting people in our building like that. And we got used to people not being in our building. If this is true, put true. Like the first time somebody walked in the building to pick up their kid again, because we was doing that curbside service, you pull up, you get your baby from outside. It took almost 2 years for us to freely let parents back in the building. And so we stopped touring. And some of our touring skills got a little dusty. just like our buildings. But we out of that time, y'all. And we're in a space where people want to tour. People want to see where their kids gonna be. And you have so many kids coming to school for the very first time still out of the pandemic. So let me explain to you what touring is. You first of all gotta shift your mindset because touring is your biggest marketing tool that you're gonna ever have outside of what draws them to actually book the tour, right? And some of the key things that draw them to book the tour is other parents and your reputation, right? So that's why it's so important that we always getting good reviews. We're always asking our parents to refer us. But when they come to the tour, this is your time to shine. This is your time to wow that parent. This is your time to confidently tell them why you are the best fit for their child. I mean, so this is why you got to psych yourself up. But this is what I hear someone say, oh, I got a tour today. I don't even know if them people going to show up. Right? And when they show up, this is what y'all say. I can't believe you came. What? This is your biggest marketing tool. Your goal should be to book a tour every single day. So I ask you, how many tours do you have on your calendar this week? Some of us, that's a goose egg. Some of that's one. But you got to be on literally on a crusade to launch your net. And the way you do that is to tour. You have to approach every tour with clarity, with certainty, and with energy. Just like I'm talking to you tonight. When I'm touring a parent, it's a conversation. It's a chance for me to get to know them. Not for me just to sell and do price, right? It's for me to literally sell the benefits of their child coming to my center, right? It gives you an opportunity for you to have them see your facility the way you see it. Our teachers are wonderful. Speak it into existence if they're not yet. You know, we have multiple activities for them to engage in. We pride ourselves in early literacy. I want you to put what's one of the selling points in your school. For me, we focus on early literacy. As a former 8th grade teacher, I saw 8th graders who could not read. It broke my heart every single day. So I said, if there was a way for me to help the children in my community, which are mostly Black and brown, then I have to focus on literacy. We even have literacy classes for the parents. I dedicated my whole school philosophy to making sure that when kids leave me, by the time that they're 3 years old, as long as they've been with me for 12 months, that they can read. We start phonics literally in the infant room, but we started holding parents accountable for phonics in the toddler room, right? What is great about your school? And another thing, guys, you got to know about touring is you want parents to tour when they can see what's great about your school. The worst time you could tour is during nap time. Can somebody tell me why? They already think we're babysitters, right? No, you want to tour when the kids are learning. You want to tour when there are activities going on, when they're playing, when they're going on the nature walk. Right? You want to tour during the height of the day. You want to tour while they're doing Spanish class, while they're learning sign language. You don't want to tour when they're at nap. Right? So my best tour time is from 9:30 at cutoff. We do most of our tours from 9:30 to 11:30. Right? And then we have some parents that need to come later in the day, and we really try to tour them between 3:30 and 4:30. So the kids are up, they've had snack, and they're back in that reading group in their reading circle in the afternoon. So choosing even when you tour and what you're showing parents is important. Touring is a science, right? And some of you say you're doing amazing things in your school. I see you in the chat. Increasing literacy, building strong leaders, right? Who does your tours? Well, this is a good question, Rebecca. I believe everybody in your building should be able to do your tours. Mostly who does my tours is our directors and assistant directors and lead teachers, right? So we have multiple people on our campus trained to do a tour. They watch me do tours. We practice them, in our staff meetings. And everybody is on board because they got to know what to do when the tour comes to their classroom. They need to understand the assignment, right? They need to know the days you have a tour. They need to know, is this John? Is this one of our new students? They need to be just as excited as you are. And in our boot camp, we're really going to be talking about like what is the science to touring. But I'm going to tell you one thing I suggest that everybody do. Have your tour bag. When a parent walks out of my building, them and their child have something in hand. For the tour bags for the students, we put a snack, a coloring book, some crayons. For the tour bag for the parent, we may put water, our brochure, a candy. We want to leave a lasting impression on them. We want to have wow factor. Coach Nat, who is helping me enroll in my new school, she got wipes for the kids, baby rattles. She's like, listen, this school is an infant toddler school. We go up to 4, but we're primarily infant toddler. She is ready for them. She got Gerber snacks. You want to make sure that you have something in hand. How many of you are using that philosophy of having a tour bag or something for your parents when they come tour? Right? So, task number 1, you can take a screenshot of it. What are the gaps in your tour process? Do you have a script? Are you touring during activity times? Do you have something to put in their hand? Right? The worst thing that you can do is have a person come for a tour and you're not prepared. Oh, give me a minute. Sit down right here. I was just in the classroom. Hold on, let me answer this phone call. Every phone call, that has to wait. The person in front of you is the most important person for the next 10 to 15 minutes. And this is why it's so important that you have a tour philosophy, that you have a process of doing tours, taking them to those classrooms, explaining them the program. We don't lead with price, right? We lead with our program. All right. Let's go to tip number 2. Tip number 2, Adrielle, you can get the VIP. And when you get the VIP, you do get the replay. Yes, ma'am. All right. The math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. Oh, I love Rebecca says, listen, I've been doing tours in the evening for parent schedule. It's not much learning going on, but they can see classrooms. So if you're in a situation, y'all, where parents can't see classrooms, then they need to see vicarious artifacts of learning, right? Your teachers need to have products of the student on the wall. You need to be able to show them videos on your social media page of what the kids are learning. But if there's any way possible, you want the parents to experience what their child will experience. All right? So the math ain't mathing. Let's talk about it. How many of you actually know how much money you're losing because of your empty seats? Like you know the exact number. Now, if you've been on my class before, don't cheat. Don't cheat. Like don't tell me. Don't tell me yet. All right? I don't want you to tell me yet. I'm gonna launch this poll. I want to know how many of you actually know right now today. If I asked you how much money are you missing out on, you could tell me. Okay? How many of you could tell me that? Because I think this is one of the things that motivated my leaders. We had them do it for their school, and then we did it combined for all of our schools. And once we did that, it was really eye-opening. Maria, she gave me hers. Shirley, you came to class before. How many first timers do I have? Let me see, because some of y'all cheating. I have not opened. I'm working on the numbers. Oh, first time at Jawanda, we're supposed to show you your number right now. Daisy, we're supposed to show it. Phyllis, come on, my first timers. Come on. I love it. Chantel, we're supposed to show you right now. Patricia, Rose, Bernice, come on. First timers, I love it. I love it. I love it. So based on this poll, only 20% of us know our number and we track it regularly. 43% of us, which is about half, say, I have an estimate. And 38 said, I have no idea, but it's costing me. AKA, it's too painful to even look at, right? It's too painful to even look at. Welcome, Felicia Williams. Glad that you are here as one of our first timers. So let's talk about the math. First of all, as an owner and as a director, we have to know our revenue gap and where we're leaking money. And sometimes it's an enrollment, but there's other ways we leak money too. And enrollment problems are not just about students and staff, it's also about the profitability of your company and if your company will even last, right? Rebecca says, I don't want to know, but we're going to figure it out, Rebecca. Stay with me. Right? But empty seats cost you money. So the first thing we need to figure out is how much does one empty seat cost you? So typically we have different rates for infants and toddlers and pre-K. But most of the time, after working with thousands of centers, we have found that their toddler rate is closest to their average rate. So I want everybody to do me a favor. Just drop your toddler rate in the chat. How much do you charge for a toddler? And if you charge monthly, you can put monthly. If you charge weekly, most centers I know charge weekly. You can put weekly. Just put how much you charge. If you charge daily, please come up with at least a weekly amount. Manny, what state are you in? Because 400 a month, I love it. 275, 280, 265. Keep dropping your weekly rate. 375. Queens, okay, 240. All right, somebody said 1,700 monthly. All right, cool. Keep dropping it. Now, let's find out how much one empty seat costs you. Just one. We want to find out what is your average empty seat costing you. The national average is $15,000. So to figure that out, if you're monthly, you're going to take your toddler rate and multiply times 12. But if you're weekly, you're going to take your toddler rate and multiply times 52. All right? So this is how much one empty seat costs you. I want you to put that number in the chat. It should be in the thousands. Tamara, how much you charge a week, girl? Tamara says one seat is costing her $31,000. $615. Where are you at, Tamara? Because I need to tell my Michigan girl. Ugh. Shirley says 19,000. Carrie Huff, what state are you in? She says a seat for me is 8,000. Phyllis is 12,000. Arkansas, okay. Arkansas does have lower rates. Tamara says 1,400. Jenna says 12. 13,000. 16,000. 18,000. All right, I see it. So y'all, it's not just an empty seat. That one seat is costing you 12,000, 19,000, 15,000. That's why, one, we don't need to lose any kids, but two, we don't need to have any empty seats. So let's look at the next thing. How many empty seats do you have? How many empty seats do you have right now? How many empty seats do you have? Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 30? Because I'm going to show you what your revenue gap number is. And for most of us, if we just made this number, it will solve all of our other problems. If we made this number, it would literally solve all of our other problems. No, don't put too many, Yolanda. Let's just face it. What's the number? 28, 32, 50. I want to know the number. Maria says 68. Dina says 1. Congratulations, Dina. Meredith says 30. Shalise says just 5. Chantel said 12. Come on, what's your number? Tell me how many. Tell me how many. Because you got to know this number to make a change in your business. Now, this is where the real magic happens. When we look at the number, that's our real revenue loss, then we can start plugging these money leaks. So in order to find out our real number, we're going to take our empty seats times that annual toddler rate, or we can do our empty seats times our toddler rate times 52. I want to know what that annual revenue loss number is. For me, I have a new center. So if I look at that center and I look at the 40 more kids I could take, because we did start with kids. I'm telling y'all, I'm doing the same work as y'all. I'm doing the same work as y'all. If I look at those 40 kids, and on average, they pay $1,400 a month times 12 months, that's $672,000. It just opened today. I promise you it won't be this number. I promise you it won't be this number in 20 days. Adriel said, I'm missing out on $179,000. What could you do with that? How could that change your business? Colette said, 248,000. 248,000. Phyllis is right there with her. Naquisa, Naquisia, I believe it is. Naquasia. I'm gonna go with Naquasia. Says $613,000. Did I say it right? Wait a minute, Martha. Martha, is that 3 million? So Martha has broke our record. It's Christina Graham on. Christina. Christina come every week. Hey Leslie, my babies are on. Christina said she got a new center. Y'all, she got $3 million we gotta help her make. $3 million. Bernice said, I have 1,092,000. Right? Rebecca says, Rebecca, your number is not as big as I thought. It's only 106,000. We can do this, Rebecca. Trenda said 56,000. Trenda, your number is getting smaller. I see it going down, girl. Rose said I have $663,000. Now I just want y'all to think. Faith says $1.5 million. Y'all, this is money that's already locked in your business. My question is, are you ready to unlock it? If so, I want you to put the word unlock in the chat. This is money already in your business. It's money that already belongs to you. If somebody had $3 million of your dollars, if somebody had 108,000 of your dollars, if someone had 250,000 of your dollars, would you not go unlock the door and get it? I don't see enough unlocks. It's like you have a personal safe already in your business. And all you got to do is do what you love best. And that's educate children and find the children that God has ordained to be in your center. To doing something you already love to do. And this is what I know about childcare owners. We love so hard that we would take care of the babies for free if we could, but we got to pay our mortgage. We got to pay our staff. We got to buy groceries. We want to send our kids to college too. We want to take a vacation also. We want to retire our parents also, right? We want to make sure that our family is taken care of also. And guess what? You deserve it. But you got to say, I have to do what I need to do to unlock it. So you can take a screenshot of this. I do my money leak every 2 weeks because I want to face it. I want to make sure that it's going down. Good, Alexis. I'm so proud of you for figuring it out. I want to see this number going down. I want to hold my staff accountable to this number. And sometimes I don't talk dollars to my teachers. I can talk dollars to my admin. So I'll just talk student numbers to my teachers. But this is how we're leaking money, right? So if you have 20 empty seats on a national average, that's $2,000. And if I can help you just put in an extra $2,000, $200,000 back into your center by the end of the year, that's what I'm committed to do. And that's why we're doing this. But if the math ain't mathing, the first thing we have to do is measure it. And that's why when she said, I don't want to know the number, you got to know the number. You got to face the number, right? So does everybody know their number? If so, put yes. If you need help, put help. And if you just put your Tyler rate in the chat, I got some people that are willing to help you. But this is not the only way we're losing money. Some of us are losing money because we're undercharging. How many of y'all know you're not charging what you're supposed to be? Now, some of y'all are. I saw your rates. But some of you guys are not charging. Or you have the rate published, but you give everybody a discount. Some of us are letting kids come to our center. Jawanda, I don't think this is you. And they're not paying. Is that you, Jawanda? You wouldn't do that, huh? Okay, she said no pay, no stay. But some of us are not making parents pay, but we have every excuse to our staff why we can't give them raises. We can't do that. Some of us are giving such steep discounts where we literally are paying them to bring their child. And then another money leak is just having ineffective tours. We're not excited about our program. We're not selling our program. We're just talking about the cost. Do you have a voucher? It's $300 a week. It's due on Monday. You're going to bring your kid. Here go the paperwork. That is not a tour. That's a mess. That is a doggone mess, and you need to stop it right now. Right? You got to be excited. You got to sell your program. You got to edify your staff. You got to show them the work that student is doing. You got to walk that building. You got to make sure that that building is tour ready. So if the math ain't math, then you have to ask yourself, is it just enrollment or am I leaking money somewhere else? How many of you feel like you're leaking money somewhere else too? Undercharging, you got unpaid balances, low conversion rates, no tours. We want to plug all the money leaks because what we don't want to do is enroll 20 students and then we lose 19 of them because our teachers are not prepared, our tours are not prepared, right? When you're ready to enroll, you got to tighten up the whole ship. So I want to highlight Ashley Perkins. She's one of the directors that we work with. She is not an owner, but she is a beautiful director. She works in North Carolina for one of the directors that we were working closely with. We actually went to see Ashley in Miss Monica Center because Ashley had done such a wonderful job. Ashley came to a program we have called Leadership Academy where we did this money leak activity. And she was like, oh my God, I did not know it was this bad. She said, I knew we needed to enroll students, but I didn't know. Within 60 days, she had increased her enrollment by 20 students, but within 90 days, she learned how to enroll 20 in 20 days. She had increased her enrollment by 41 students in total. So look at this, y'all. They charge $275 a week for 41 kids times 52 weeks. That's an annual increase of $586,000 from a dedicated director who just said, I'm going to tour, I'm going to track, and I'm going to follow up, right? I'm going to tour, I'm going to track, and I'm going to follow up. And then I'm going to make sure that my teachers are offering a quality program so we don't lose those students, right? So this is your task number 2. You can take a screenshot. I want you to post that number in your office. Mine is posted in my office. It's posted in my car. Oh, Mary, there's so many ways to follow up via text, email, phone calls, auto calls. But you got to ask yourself, are you blowing them up or are you offering good customer service? Right? And in this day and age, our parents, they love text. They're not really phone call people. They don't answer their phone, but they do answer your text. Right? So I want you to efface this number. And many parents are waiting on vouchers, but what about the parents who are not? And so that's also about don't box yourself into serving one type of parent, right? There are some parents who don't even qualify for a voucher and they still need childcare. And so this is why it's important for us to make sure our program is tight, not just for parents who get vouchers, but for any parent that's looking for quality childcare. All right, number 3, everything speaks. This is one of Coach Natalie's favorite saying, everything speaks. Everybody put number 3 in the chat if you are ready. Y'all got that number. Hopefully that number is motivating y'all. Some of y'all looked at it. Some of y'all probably didn't text your husband. I'm supposed to go after my money. And some of y'all didn't text the pastor. Pastor, can you pray over this number? Lord, okay, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I want to talk about everything speaks. When parents come to your center, what is your center telling them? Right? What story is your center telling them? So let's talk about first impressions. I'm a new parent. I walk into your building. Which one of these would I think? If a parent toured your center today, what would be their first impression? What would be their first impression? When they looked at your teachers, when they smelled your building, with how you answered the door and how you answered the phone, with what the kids were doing, with how the food looked, what your website, your Google page, right? What would be their first impression? I want you to honestly think about it. If you brought your grandbaby, your baby in your own center, would you be ready to enroll them right now? Okay, I'm gonna end the poll. This is what you say. 52% of you say, hey, my program is ready to go. They would want to enroll their child immediately. Those, come on, y'all, we ready to work. 42% of us said, it's pretty good, but I can go on working on some details. That's all I want you to go work on this week. Clean the front of that building. Are there signs out? Is there trash in the parking lot? Do you need to clean the windows, right? Because parents are looking at everything. How many of y'all have got out your car at a restaurant and you walk in the restaurant and you walk right out? Anybody like me? Anybody ever walked into a restaurant and you walk right back out because everything spoke, right? The person behind the counter looked like they didn't wash their hands in 10 days. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. The chicken ain't smelling like chicken. And then it ain't nothing worse than something that stink and somebody tried to throw some Fabuloso on it. No, girl, you gonna have to clean that thing, right? So what is your center saying? Is your center on mute? Or does it look scary like this center? Ooh, this scary. Every time I see it, I'm like, ooh. What is your center saying? Is it saying I'm ready? That we're ready for new parents? Or is it saying that we've lost our touch? So this is what I want to tell you guys. Your space speaks before you do. From what they smell, the energy, the staff. So somebody walks in the door, morning. I won't be here. What I heard wasn't pleasing to my ear. Good morning. Welcome, Chantel. I'm so glad you came. We've been waiting on you, right? How are you greeting? Is your entryway cluttered? Is it disorganized? Disorganized? Like, is staff screaming in the background? Sit down. Come here. Right? That's something I cannot stand. If I call one of my centers and I hear that kind of, I tell them, don't even answer the phone. If you changing the car, somebody change, do not answer the phone. Don't even answer the phone with chaos in the background. Because if you're willing to answer the phone with chaos in the background, that parent that's on the other line, they think it sounds like that every day. We know things happen, right? Is your center saying this is the best decision? Is your team trained to be a part of the experience? Do they smile? Do they greet? Are their classrooms tidy? Are their shelves labeled? Are their carpets clean? What is your center saying? Or when I look at the carpet in that room, do I think I don't even want my child to sit on that carpet? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The carpet with that slick layer of gray on the top. You just want to just run a steam cleaner over it. So, guys, this is what I'm going to tell you when it comes to your center. You got to go back into your center and you got to ask yourself, what is your center saying? I'm going to encourage you to go through your center tomorrow and take pictures. Take pictures of the outside. Take pictures of the playground. Or your staff just leaving toys everywhere. Or their safety hazard. Right? Do you have, y'all, you know what I look at? Second is I look at light switches. I cannot stand to see a light switch that's nasty and dirty. And like you get some awesome, hit that thing, right? I want you to tell me what area do you think you need to work on? Sight, what they see, what they smell, what they hear. Okay? Which one do you think? This is why I love cooking. I love cooking our lunch in the morning. I want parents to smell the baked chicken. I want them to smell the biscuits, right? I want them to hear laughter. I want them to hear singing. I don't want them to hear fussing. We even have some no words in my center. We do not say no at all. The word no alone cannot be said in my center. They can tell a kid no thank you or that's closed, but we rather them tell the student what they want them to do. Instead of stop that, we want them to say, come here, let's try this, right? So we want to turn those negatives into positives, right? So what are the things you need to go in? I want you to do it. I want you to take pictures. I want you to listen to your center tomorrow. I want you to smell your center tomorrow. You know how you go in somebody else's house and you smell everything? You be like, you don't smell that? Right? You Miss Martha know what I'm talking about. What does your center smell like? Do you have Febreze plug-ins in? Do you have candle warmers? You use air fresheners? Like, or you some people are using too much bleach, right? So you want to make sure that tomorrow you go in. Me and Leslie worked on like her enrollment starting the beginning of this year. I mean, she went in, she cleaned every room, she retrained, she reorganized. They had a lot of free materials that they had came in. I mean, literally, totally revamped her center. And she was dedicated to get back to her pre-pandemic numbers. She went from 34 kids to 55 kids in just a matter of, I believe, 3 months. At $285 a week, at those extra 21 kids that she enrolled, that's $311,000 increase she put back in her pocket. Not only did she focus on what the parents smell, see, she also focused on community events, giving parents a reason to come, giving them a reason to bring friends, right? And so there is a way, right, to get those people in your building. So tomorrow, you're going to take a picture of every room. Everybody put pick in the chat because I only have 5 more minutes for my hour. I told y'all at 8:41. I got one more tip. I want you to take pics. I want you to show them to your staff. Sometimes we don't see the cobweb. We don't see the broken toy. We don't see the tore rug. We don't see the paint peeling. Sometimes they just need to reprint stuff on their wall, their evacuation plan. Buy you a $29 laminator from Walmart. Laminate those schedules on your wall. Laminate the evacuation plans. Use clipboards. If you want to see a picture of my center, go to my Facebook page. I posted some of our classrooms today. You're welcome to go and see it, right? And I take pictures of my centers every month, every single month, because sometimes, we just miss it, right? Number 4, everybody put 4 in the chat. Number 4, this is our final tip. After this tip, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what we're going to be working on for the next 6 weeks. I softly added up about $20 million in the chat. That's like already in our business that we need to unlock. And I definitely want to help you guys unlock it. But guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. It's just not about just doing the tour. It's about following up after the tour. This is why it's so important when people call you to make sure that you have a designated place to write down their contact. Like you need to have a clipboard. You need to have a phone contact log. Do not let anybody have your staff bring you like slips of paper, sticky notes, numbers on the back of old menus and receipts because they couldn't find no paper. Like Miss Shirley is laughing at me because I ain't lying. And you're like, what does it even say? Right? And so you need to make sure that, first of all, the information you get is legible from your staff. For me, I have an AI receptionist that answers the phone, especially at my new center. Sometimes I turn it off, but I want every phone call to be answered. It texts me, it texts my director and emails us so we know if we need to do a call back right away. When people text on my website, it comes to my phone. I can answer it right away, right? Because you need to be able to control your leads. If you don't control your leads, some of us are losing $15,000, $12,000, $8,000 because we don't follow up or we don't follow up quick enough, right? How many of us have just lost the lead because we didn't call them? We just forgot about it. And then you call them and say, oh, well, we end up enrolling somewhere else. Or you call them, it's Friday, you came in late Monday, you don't get the lead until Tuesday. You call on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, we really needed to start Monday. And you're like, oh, I missed it. So the fortune is in the follow-up. So most centers lose family, not necessarily because they don't tour well. They lose them because they don't follow up. This is one of the reasons why we give the tour bag. We want that parent when they get thirsty the next day and they grab that water. We want them to see our center water bottle label, right? On that water. We want them when their kid is coloring in that coloring book, they got the sticker with our name and phone number on the back, and those colors with our name and phone number on the back. That's a form of soft follow-up too, right? But your response times matter. Typically, if a parent calls, you want to reach them back within the next 15 minutes if possible, but definitely within the next hour. If it's over the weekend, you want to call them first thing in the morning. And this is really important that even your website and things like that gives a lot of information because we're at an age where our parents, most of our parents are between the ages of 20 and 37. They primarily use their phone to get information, right? And so if they can chat you on the phone, if they can book their own tour, if they can pay online, you're more likely to retain that parent than not. Okay? So this is our follow-up system. Y'all can take a screenshot of it. We try to reply instantly, right? Instantly. And even when people text us on like Facebook and stuff, you can set up an auto reply that says, hey, we're going to get back to you within 24 hours. Even an auto reply is better than a human reply if it's going to be 5 days from now. So I would set up, make sure you have an auto reply set up on everything. We try to call parents back within the hour, if it's during working hours, but within the next day if it's not. But if we can, we have some of our directors that if they get a lead over the weekend, they're going to follow up. We want to schedule a tour, right? We want to tell them how great our program is. We want to schedule a tour. We want them to come to the tour so we can close the deal. And after they come to the tour, we have a philosophy. We need to be following up with them for 7 days, right? If they said that they were going to do something tomorrow, we want to follow up with them tomorrow. If they said they need 2 days, we want to make sure we're following up with them within two days. But in that 7-day follow-up window, we want to have 2 to 3 touch points until they're enrolled, right? And then if they show no interest, we put them in a group that we text or email every so often. But your money is in the follow-up. So this was last weekend. This was during the weekend. This is our enrollment system. Our goal for the week was to have 5 tours. We booked 11 this particular week. We had 2 before noon on the first day. We didn't answer the phone to get them. If you notice at the top, it says Sarah, my AI assistant. If you call my center right now, you're going to talk to Sarah. She's going to answer your questions. She's going to text me. And she's going to text me a transcript of the call. So there's little things that you can do to make sure. And guess what? Sarah don't complain. Sarah don't mind working on Sundays. Sarah don't mind working on Sundays. Right? But it at least allows that parent to get that immediate feedback. How many of you are thinking right now, oh my God, I need some systems around my touring? And I'm going to tell you, there's some DIY, low-cost systems. And then there's some more complicated systems. But if you're like, she got some stuff I don't got, just put system in the chat. You're like, she talking about some stuff. I need that. I need that, right? There are some things that you can do to make follow-up so super simple. So this was all of the tours that came in last week, right? I didn't even look this week to do it, but these are all the tours that came in last week within the first 4 days of us opening our tours. Because we opened this Monday, we didn't get the go-ahead until Monday. It was a long journey, but we were able to start with students today, right? And they tell me they schedule a tour. And if you notice all those messages, that's not me messaging them. That's them messaging and getting an auto reply based on our frequently asked questions. If you want that, I'm just to tell you a little bit about how to get that. All right. So we want to make sure that you're following up. We want to make sure you have what you need. My staff is on the same crusade. This is my Baytown team. Last year, we lost a lot of kids to public school system. We had so many kids in our pre-K program, but they went on a crusade to enroll 21 students at the beginning of the year, and we're doing it right now again. They were able to enroll, go from 31 to 67 kids. So they did 36 kids in a little less than 35 days. They increased our annual revenue by $346,000 just by bonding together as a team. We get our leads through the website, through Google, Miss Bernice. Those are our main channels, all right, and Facebook, right? So listen, I need you to make a list. This is your task 4 of who you need to follow up with. There may be a parent that you were supposed to call. That may be your next $8,000, your next $12,000, your next $15,000, right? So I want you to just make a list of who you need to follow up with. I got two I need to follow up with from last week. I need them to start, right? So I promise y'all, I was gonna take my hour. My hour is up. But before I turn it over to my team and we do a little Q&A, and I'm so proud of you guys for staying on with us, I want to ask you, do you want to be our next success story? I told you about several of our staff, my personal staff, Leslie's staff, Miss Monica's staff, who all use this program to help enroll. I wish Josie was on. We've used this system with her and so many others, right? Because the goal is not just to enroll, but to enroll fast. And we don't want to fish with a pole. We want to fish with a net. Why a net, Brandy? Because many of us need lots of students fast. We don't just need one student. I saw the text. And so I asked you guys earlier, would you commit? If I gave you a step-by-step plan, would you commit to working for 20 days if it meant you could fill up your center? 98% of you, 92% of you said yes. So I want to tell you exactly how we're going to do that starting next week. But you're going to clean up that building this week. Say yes. Yes, yes, Miss Brandy. I'm going to clean that building this week. We're going to start our Enroll 20 boot camp on Monday, September 22nd. I'm so excited because we've been talking about it for weeks. And our coaches are preparing, and we're so excited not to just work with you, but to work with you to change your business for the better, to work with you to fill those empty seats and to get the students that you want in your building fast. So we're going to kick off the boot camp next Monday with a 5-day class schedule. So Monday through Friday, we will meet every night for 75 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes, and we're going to learn the framework of how to do Enroll 20. So we're going to talk about the mindset of a recruiter, what you need to do, the things you need to have prepared. On the day 2, we're going to talk about having a team, how to involve your staff, your parents, and your community partners. Day 3, we're going to talk about the perfect tour. Like I told you a little bit about the tour, but I'm going to tell you what to say, where to stand. Here's your checklist, right? This is when you give the tour bag. This is when you show the display. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to do for a perfect tour. On September 25th, which is Thursday, we're going to talk about the power close. Because some of us know our program is great, but when we get to the close, we act like a little, yes, and the prices, and if you want to. No, confidence. Listen, Miss Chantel, we have a spot for your baby today. We want to get you the paperwork. We want to get you started. When would you like for your child to start? We're going to teach you how to close and overcome objections. And then on our last day, we're going to create your own blueprint for your enrolled 20 students in 20 days. We're going to talk about what promotions you want to run. We're going to give you the social media for you to schedule it over that weekend. Everything that you need is included. And then for 5 weeks, we're going to meet with you every single week to hold you accountable and to help you with all of your questions. So some of you are at different points. Some of you are like, hey, I got a new center and I need $3 million worth of enrollment. And some of you say, I only have 8 seats, but that's still $100,000. Wherever you are, we want to help you enroll. Hopefully you can enroll up to 20 students because that's going to be our goal. If you have less than that, we just want to fill your center and we want to fill your center fast. Rebecca, we love doing digital paperwork in our centers. It makes it easy and seamless. And we'll even talk about that. It really depends on your customers. So the boot camp benefits is to help you map out and implement your enrollment system. Fix any broken process or things you haven't thought about that could be holding you back. To give you a plan. That's what we'll do the first week. And then the next 5 weeks is about support and accountability, where me and the coaches will work with you directly in helping you enroll. And more than anything, it's closing that revenue gap and putting money back in your pockets. And that's what you guys told me. Like, you say, hey, listen, I know I need to enroll. And so why did we know this was the right time? So I asked this like at the beginning of September, no, the end of August. I was like, hey, how is everybody going with enrollment? It was after back to school. I was getting some mixed statements about, hey, I really need to keep enrolling. And this is what some of the people said. Listen, I just opened my home in April and I still have the same 2 students. Some people say it's slow. I have 2 teachers in a room with 8 kids. You know, my class only has 8 as well. I'm licensed for 34 and I'm just not getting any calls. Alicia said, hey, it's really slow right now. But this is the one that really touched me. Dunn said, listen, I felt like I was in this boat alone. Y'all, you're not in this boat alone. We just got to cast our net on the other side. She says, I had 2 rooms that are closed, and I'm embarrassed to say how many licensed for versus how many enrolled. That's why I want to get these suggestions for enrolling 20 students in 20 days. Caitlin said, listen, it's going very slow, right? And so we know that owners need to enroll. We proved that in the first few polls. More than 50% of us don't even have 50% of our building enrolled. So we know we got to make a change. So who is this not for? Hey, if you don't love help, if you want to do this on your own, this is not for you because we're going to help you. This is not for owners who want magic results. You're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to change some things, but you can do it. This is for owners who are ready to grow their business by 6 to 7 figures. Because some of us said, hey, I got $1 million in my center right now. And some of us said, hey, I got $60,000. I have $200,000. But whatever it is, it's yours. Okay? We want to drop the link right now, Miss Carolyn. You can drop the link, ladies. Or some owners just, you're ready to win. You're like, you know what? I took a break. I'm ready to give my business all that I have. And it's time for me. It's time for me to do something new. So if you're ready, we're ready for you. So what's included is a 5-day framework, hands-on coaching, all the templates and files, all my follow-up emails, all my follow-up texts, everything. A community, weekly accountability calls, hands-on action items for you guys. You get the replay. So if one night you need to listen to it again, you want your staff to listen to it, you get the replays. We don't take those replays for you. You can listen to this next year, the next year, next month. You get the replays for every night. You also get a social media calendar of what to post for the 20 days that we're going to do this program, right? A lot of you say, well, where are you getting the people? We're going to teach you how to update your Google. We're going to teach you how to do all of those things. We're going to have a group just for you. Actually, we're moving off Facebook to a group called School where we can interact and have all of our resources. So if all of this did is help you master enrollment, would it be worth it? The answer is yes. Because some of you just told me how much you guys are losing. One kid can get you an extra $15,000 in your bank account. 5 kids, extra $75,000. Some of you, that will allow you to pay yourself. 10 kids, extra $150,000. That'll allow you to get out of debt. That'll allow you to refresh your playground. But if you can do 20 kids, that's an extra $300,000 in revenue. That's when you change your life. That's when you can pay your kids tuition. That's when you can help your parents. That's when you can give raises, right? And we want this kind of change. I want you to think about knocking off this chart. Every seat you fill, putting somebody's name on it. Samantha, Ayanya, Tiffany, James. Imagine you writing names on these seats. Imagine this money going into your bank account. Imagine fishing with this net where it's not just the one student, but you do the 20. So let's do something different. The boot camp is open. It's only $297 for the 6 weeks if you want to do general. We encourage you to do VIP because VIP comes with everything I mentioned, plus a little something extra. And that's a ticket to our conference in Houston. The value of this program, way over $15,000. Because I'm going to teach you how to get more than one student. That's worth $15,000. But because we want to meet you in person, we want to celebrate your 20 students, we also give you a ticket to our conference, which is valuable and more than the program itself. Come on. Oh, y'all saw Coach Nat. Get your hands up. We got the VICTORY. So that's what we want you to have, victory in your enrollment. We want you to have victory in your enrollment. And the thing about it is, when you go, there are payment plans for you. You can split up the payments. Some of you are like, man, this is not in my budget. But you need to understand that you gotta enroll to increase your budget, right? Chicken, egg, I don't know. All I know is we need some more names on your roster, right? So you can pay in full or you can pay in payments. But because I love y'all so much, not only am I giving y'all a ticket to the conference if you do VIP, but I'm giving everybody tonight a $100 discount. but you got to do it while we are on class, right? We're going to take that $597 to $497 and still give you the ticket to the conference, which you can't even buy for $497. You get the live boot camp, all the replays, your workbook, your weekly accountability. We'll meet once a week. You'll get your social media calendar, your marketing, your how to handle objections, your tour experience, a printable poster so you can track all of your enrollments. Everything that we talked about, you'll get just for the $497. And when you do it tonight, you get that little discount just to say thank you. So, what's the risk? You can continue to struggle with enrollment, but we don't want you to do that. You can be overworked and underpaid. We definitely don't want you to do that. Or some of you will leave and say, this was some good information, but, right? And you'll try to guess your way through it. We don't want you to guess your way through it. We really want to support you. So that's all I want to shout out with Simone. She started last week, her new center. First day, she started with 10 kids, right? That's what I want for y'all. I want you to get that next 10, that next 20 kids. Shell worked with us last year. She increased her enrollment by 13 kids. Like, I know it can be done. And she's a home. She takes 3 shifts. She can take 33 kids at one time. 33 kids, 46 kids. She only had 33. She got those extra 13 seats filled. So we want to do the same thing for you. So we're going to drop our free gift, but I'm going to bring up Coach Nat. She's going to help me answer any question you guys have. But guys, I want to thank you for attending. I had a good time. I hope y'all learned something. If you learned something, let me know in the chat. Hey, Coach Nat. Oh, we can't hear you. Let me ask you to unmute. All right. You got to unmute.
I hit the button. I kept doing it. Hey, I'm here. Hey, this was really good. This was awesome. Listen. Good evening. As the pastor would say, good evening, good morning. This is your time. This is your hour. Listen, I want to start with the folks who are ready. If you are on here tonight and you know that you are ready to be a part of this boot camp, I want you to put ready in the chat. And while they're doing that, I'm going to ask Bobby to drop the link again. Again, tonight, $497. But y'all, I don't even want to focus on the investment, because when I look at the revenue gaps that you guys talked about tonight, y'all, a half of kid would pay for $497. But what you do need, I heard people say, I need systems. Y'all, I am a child care coach. I coach 7 and 8 figure earners every single day. And the thing that makes the difference between them and other owners is systems. Somebody said to me, I saw them put, so what do y'all use for leads? What if I tell you in the boot camp, we're going to tell you, how do you all conduct that tour? What systems do you use? We are going to teach you about everything that we use. We're going to introduce you to our vendors, introduce you to our systems. But as Brandy said, you still have to do the work. It is time to make an investment in yourself. This time last year, you were having the same struggle. This time next year, we won't be there. In 30 days from now, we won't be there. I can promise you that. I can remember time and time again when my sister called me and said, listen, I need 30 more kids. And we developed this system out of our need. I tell, when we have classes all the time, I tell people all the time, y'all stop listening to these people that don't have centers trying to teach y'all how to make money and how to run your center. If they're not in the trenches doing it every single day, don't listen to them. Don't listen. I want you to know that this is your time. If you're listening tonight and you know that you're ready, I want you to go over to the link, because remember, the $497 is only to the end. And if you're not ready, I want you to ask yourself why. I really do. Because if you could do it on your own, it would be done. I don't know how many of you have ever had coaching. It makes all the difference in the world. And as a part of this program, you will receive some small group coaching that's more individualized. Because even as you're sitting here tonight, you may be saying, you know what, Coach Nat, I hear everything that Brandy is saying, but my situation is different. Maybe you're in a community to where I know we have some communities where it's hard, where, it's low income families and it's hard to get subsidy. I want to talk to you about how to diversify your enrollment to where you have a mix of self-paying parents and a mix of subsidies. So when the government decides that they want to do something in this America that we live in, that you are covered. We want to teach you that. We want to make sure. You may be saying, Coach Nat, I hear everything that you're saying, but I've tried to market. I've tried to follow up. Somebody said tonight, what happens when you follow up with the people and then they say you getting on their nerves, or, you're calling too much? I'm going to tell you that's an uninterested parent. Any parent who really has good intentions, if you call them and follow up, they are going to have a conversation with you, or at the very least, they're going to appreciate the fact that you thought enough of them to check back in. So tonight is your opportunity to do something that you've never done, to get what you've been needing to get for a very, very long time. CMA Live, the conference, is just icing on the cake. You have to be in the room. It's hard to describe it without you being in the room. Just to get in the room with like-minded people. I heard Brandy say tonight, so many people think you're in this by yourself. Girlfriend, you are not. You are not alone. There are so many people in the same struggle, but we don't have to struggle. We can overcome together. So the conference is in Houston, Texas. Somebody said, when is it? It's November 14th through the 16th in H-Town, my city. I want to welcome you. I want you here. You've seen the videos, but I want you to be in the room. We've arranged some amazing speakers. Some of those systems that you need, those vendors, they'll be in the room. They'll be there. Some of those people that you need to connect with, they'll be there. But starting next week, somebody put next week in the chat. You got to be in the room for the boot camp, because how many of you know before you even get to Houston in November, you could have already enrolled your 20 kids? Before you even get to Houston next week, what would that do for you? How would that change your finance? Somebody needs to put in the chat, I'm going to pay myself. I'm going to pay myself, right? I'm not going to be the last one. And those 20 kids, those 10 kids, for some of you, 5 kids can make all the difference in the world. And what I'm going to tell you is that we're not here to sell you a dream. We're really here to hold your hand and walk beside you. Brandy shared some of the stories. When I got that picture from Simone last week, Simone and I have been working together to open this new center for over a year. And to watch her open with 10, 12 new kids, it did my heart great. But it was because she was willing to connect with the right people, to get the right systems, and do what she's never done. So if you already made the commitment and you joined the boot camp tonight, I want you to put, I did it, in the chat. If you already have made the commitment and you have joined, I want you to put, I did it. And if you have any questions for me, I am here. Congratulations. Thank you, Bernice. I look forward to seeing you. You did it, girl. Congratulations. I see more. Look, let me put these glasses on. Y'all know I'm getting old here. Yes, yes, yes. I see Marie. She did it. Listen, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you want to unmute your mic tonight and have a conversation with me, I am here. Again, like I said, I have a question. I see Miss Phyllis. Okay, let's go to Miss Phyllis. Go ahead.
Coach, now make sure we go through the page real quick and go through
okay. I will. I'm going to take Miss Phyllis's question, and then you guys, I'm going to walk you guys step by step through the difference between the general admission and the VIP. And even though, listen, I want you to do the VIP. As Brandy said, you can't even register for the conference for $497. It has so much in it. But if you got to do the general admission, baby, ain't nobody judging you. Sometimes you got to get in where you fit in. You got to do what you got to do. And so we have the $297. It gives you full access to the boot camp. You're not going to miss that. You get your 5 weeks of support. You're going to get your replays. You'll get your VIP fillable workbook and your weekly accountability check-in, which is so valuable because that's where me and my fellow coaches are going to come to the table with you and we're going to talk to you. And I think you all can tell from my personality. One thing that we don't do is we don't pull punches. If I got to hold you accountable, I'm going to hold you accountable. If I got to hold your feet to the fire and say, you said, we did, we will get it done. So Ms. Phyllis, I'm going to take your question and then I'm going to go through the VIP. So go ahead and unmute your mic and I'll be happy to answer your question tonight. Oh, she said she's muted. Let me see. Can I go to you real quick? And Bobby, if you're on here and you can help me unmute her, it's not letting me. That would be great. Questions are important because if Miss Phyllis has this question, it could be.
Can you hear me?
I can. How you doing? Where you from?
I'm from Arlington, Texas.
Oh, come on, a fellow Texan. Go ahead, girl. We at that Lone Star State. How are you?
Yes, I'm great, and I'm glad you're taking my question. Two things. We're a new center. My children own it, and I'm the director for them. I'm a kindergarten teacher by trade.
God bless you. God bless you.
We are in the midst of two centers. One, the center that we're in, the person that was in there built a standalone, like two stores down. So we started after school. Matter of fact, we just got licensed probably within the last week or two. So it's hard, the calls are not coming in like we thought. And I'm just kind of wondering, how does that work with I was an owner before, but I didn't have this issue. Now it's like it's really, really slow.
So and I'm going to tell you, more than anyone, that's why you need to be in the boot camp, because number one, marketing is everything. Okay. And so the times have changed. Like where we find parents and how we reach parents is very different than it may have been many, many years ago. And so it takes a mix of things. It takes a mix of social media. It takes a mix of grassroots, involving your parents, involving your teachers, running promotions. And so it's not this cookie cutter thing. It is a mix of things that have to happen to get you to the desired result. But if you're just opening, you really need to be in this boot camp, because what Brandy may not have told you all is, y'all, we run the system that we're going to teach you. We run it like every 3 to 6 months. And so this is, once you learn it, it's not like you're going to learn it and then go put it on a shelf and never use it again, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to continually employ it and run it so that you can keep your system full. As the director, you will learn it. You will teach it to your children. You will teach it to your teachers. That way, we always have a pipeline of enrollments coming through. But there are some things that you have to tap into. Like I said, gone are the days of just pen and paper. Gone are the days that if you build it, they're just going to come. It is a very different world. So you got to leverage technology and systems in these days. Brandy was telling y'all about the tours that we have. We use AI. And so when people are on our Facebook and they're talking, they're going back and forth. They think they're talking to us, and they're talking to us.
And so do you guys teach us how to do the AI and all of that?
Absolutely. We teach you how to use the AI and to tap into those systems. They scheduled the tours. This week I had several tours because we opened a center today. So last week I had some tours and I was calling the moms back and they were like, it was so great talking to you. I was like, it sure was. I just wanted you to hear my voice, right?
Right.
And literally the tour is scheduled and I haven't had a conversation. And so some of us, I know for me, there's only one of me. Right. And I'm looking at everybody, Miss Rose, Miss Bernice, Miss Petra, it's only one of you. Mm-hmm. And so if it's only one of you, even if you got good people, how do you tap into the systems where there could be many of you when it's only one of you? Okay. And we're in a time where we don't automatically know that, right? You got to get with somebody who can teach you that and know that. And so I encourage you, I don't want you to drag your feet, Miss. I want you to go over to that link and I want you to enroll. And I vow to you that we will hold your hand and walk you through what you need to get through the next 5 weeks. And then we're going to celebrate all of those new kids that we're about to see walk through the door. And Arlington's not that far. I may have to pop up on you.
Let me ask you now. I did do the VIP, up with the $49. I did that already. Is that a part of that or no?
No. So that is different. And Bobby, you can help me. So, just so I'm going to speak. So that gives you, access to some additional resources. But in order to be a part of the 5-week boot camp and to attend the conference, then you have to join at one of those levels, either the general admission that doesn't include the conference or the VIP.
Okay. Right. Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Great question. And congratulations to you on your new center. I'm expecting big things.
Thank you.
All right. So if there are, let me go back to the chat, any other questions, I want to make sure that we answer them on tonight, because guys, when we get off the call tonight, the $497 offer will not be available. So it's only while we're on this call. Again, everyone's asking about the conference, and I think we're going to show another video before we go out. The theme of our conference this year is Childcare Land. It is Childcare Never Tasted So Sweet. The conference is November 14th through the 16th in Houston, Texas. You can fly into either airport because where the hotel is, it's centrally located. And so your registration is included. Right. And so that is about the conference. So let's take a look real quick at the boot camp. So it is a 5-day boot camp to have your 5-day path to a full center. And so on day 1, we're going to talk about the mindset of a master recruiter. So y'all, I'm going to just tell you this. As a coach, I'm going to tell you, thank you, Kendra. She says she is in. Let me tell you what I find. So I find that childcare owners come from education. They come from a love of children, but we don't always have an understanding of sales. And when I say it, sometimes my owners who I coach, they just cringe because they say, Coach Nat, but we taking care of babies. But at the end of the day, there is a recruiter sales mindset that you have to have in order to close. And so we're going to get you into that mindset. Day 2, we're going to talk about team-powered enrollment. This is not a solo project. This is not solo dolo. As a matter of fact, if you look at your enrollment history, probably one of the reasons why you haven't been successful is because it's landed on one person. And most of the time that one person was you, and you wear 15 million hats. And so if you have to be responsible, it's kind of like you gotta catch the fish, you gotta skin the fish, you gotta scale the fish, then you gotta season the fish, you gotta put, and y'all, I'm frying catfish tonight. So, oh my God, that's probably why it's in my heart. You gotta put it in the cornmeal, and then you gotta drop it in the fry. No, this is a team effort. So we're going to show you how to bring your team along in for the journey. Coach Nat, who's the team? Your staff, your parents, even your students. Do y'all know even the kids can help y'all get kids? If the kids talk about what a wonderful time that they have, right? So day 3, we're going to perfect the tour. Listen, I say to know me is to love me. If you come and tour with me and you don't enroll, chances are either you don't have good intentions or I was just having an off day, right? So we're going to teach you how to tour from the time that they book the tour to the time that they walk in your door and then out of your door. And then there is the power close. And it goes back to this mindset of recruitment, right? How do you close with confidence? Do y'all know? And I'm going to give you this for free, and Coach Brandy probably going to get me. In my mind, if you call me, if you come to my center, it's a yes. I deal with everybody like it's a yes. You have to tell me no. The whole time I'm talking to you, oh my God, Kayla is so cute. Kayla, I'll see you on Monday. Oh my God, I cannot be. This is your family is already a part of this family. We are here. We are ready. I just assume that it's a yes. I start getting out paperwork. I start sending out the link. You ready to sign up? And they have to tell me, whoa, hold on. And I was like, hold on, what you mean? Hold on, let's go. And so we're going to teach you how to close. And then your 20-day enrollment blueprint. Dr. Connie's not here tonight, but she's one of my fellow coaches. My girlfriend says, if it's not written, it is not real. You need a plan that you can follow. You need a plan that's going to follow you even after this class is over. Sometimes we invest in things, and then when the investment is done, the resource is done. This is not that. Okay, I see you, Rose. Rose say, I'm in. Come on, Rose. This is not that. So we're going to give you the blueprint. And then phase 2, we're going to go into your boot camp support. Y'all, let me tell you something. I'm somebody, but compared to my other coaches, I am nobody. Dr. Connie Stewart is a business genius. She is a spiritual powerhouse. Dr. DeShannon is a compliance genius. Coach Tamika has opened, she's in Texas as well, but she is a Louisiana native. She has opened center after center and has her own curriculum. Coach Stacy is in New Orleans with 3 centers there in New Orleans. And she is a infrastructure and people expert. And, and so we don't lack the knowledge. So my entire team is going to be there for you. We're going to do some small group coaching over the next 5 weeks. We're going to have some accountability calls. Make sure you have your step-by-step execution plan, and we're going to be there for you. So tonight, I don't want to hear no. That's not, no. I don't want to hear no. I want to hear, let me choose the option that's best for me. And so for some of you all tonight, it is the VIP. It's $497. I know you see $597 on the screen. It's going to give you the personalized coaching, the early access to the sessions, all of the replays, the conference and all that. You just got to get to Houston, right? And for some of you all, it's, you know what, Coach Nat, I need it, but I need to start at the general admission. I need to do the $297. Somebody asked me, if I start at the $297, can I upgrade? Baby, this is the land of Beyonce. We can upgrade you. We can upgrade you. Somebody says, do I have payment options? Yes. If you scroll down on the page, you're going to see you can do Afterpay, you can do Klarna. These have proved very, very helpful for some of your childcare cousins. Yeah, I want y'all to give a hand. You're not by yourself. There are several other owners who will be in this boot camp and directors with you. But if you need a little help, you need a little assistance, you can choose the Afterpay option, the Klarna option, the Cash App. Again, I want everybody to know, time out for excuses. God gave you this vision. He gave you these centers. And now it is time to make the investment that you need. And we're going to make it easy for you. And so as you can see, you can click the link that is in the chat. Congratulations. Is it Shu Harper? Congratulations to you. Welcome to the boot camp. You can click the link. It is very, very easy to do. And we have a little bit longer for you to get it done at the $497. You say, Coach Nat, what happens when we hang up? It just goes up $100. But I don't want that for you. I want you to do it now. I want you to do it now. If you're having second thoughts, I'm telling you, just do it now. I wish that I could bring some of my folks that we coach on that could tell you that these investments were the best thing that they ever did, not because that they weren't smart or, they hadn't been in business for a long time, but because they needed that extra support to get them where they needed to be. And it has been limitless. Again, $497. If you enroll one kid, over the next 5 weeks, you have paid for it over and over and over and over. And so tonight is about investing in yourself. Tonight is about doing what you need to do to take your business to the next level. God gave it to you. And now it is up to you to do what you need to do, be obedient to go to the next level. So I'm excited. I'm grateful for Brandy. She's always just a wealth of knowledge. And over the next 5 weeks, you'll get to lock arms with her as well as our coaches and go to the next place. So any other questions? Faith says, I'm ready. Let's go. Welcome, Faith. I like that name. I like that name. Questions tonight. Any other questions? I know it's late. My fish is in the fryer. You guys have been with us tonight. I'm not sure what time zones you're in, but I want to make sure. So we're a Montessori school. Does everything apply to? Yes. And Miss Bernice, I wish, and she's not on here, but one of our mastermind members, her name is Shavonda. She has a Montessori. She has actually 3 campuses. That is a Montessori school in Austin, Texas. She is one of our 7-figure earners. Her and her business partner do extremely well. And she will be at the conference. And I would love for you to meet her so she can tell you how our organization has literally transformed her Montessori school and the way that they think and the way that they operate. Their schools are totally filled. They are so cold, Miss Bernice. I'm going to share with you, and then y'all keep putting your questions. She just opened a middle school campus. So they are doing 6th, 7th, and 8th grade because they're doing so. So they have their early childhood, and now they're doing upper school. And so I would love to connect you with her. I know you signed up, so I'm going to see you in Houston. I would love for you to meet Shavonda and Erica. They're doing extremely, extremely well. So, all right, y'all. Any other questions tonight? I know it's late, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. I want to thank you for hanging in there with us. I want to thank you for investing in yourselves. Bobby, I don't know if we have a good video that we can go out with. If there's anybody, and I'm going to close with this before we go to the video. If there's anybody who's on the fence, I want you to get off the fence and get in the game. I would not, y'all, this can be done. And it is not rocket science, but it is a system. It is systematic. And so if you're on the fence, all I'm going to tell you is, I don't know what else you're going to do with the money. What you're going to do like me, go to Papados, hang out, do another vacation. No, baby, let's invest it so that we can have bigger vacations. Let's invest it so we can do more. Right now is a season of investment. And I promise you, we will reap a harvest if we faint not. And so I'm here for you. Coach Brandy is here for you. B, I see you. You have any closing words before we go to our closing video? Congratulations, Angela.
Yes, I'm just excited because I know as owners all the work we do. So this is amazing. So I'm excited for those of you who are on. We have your name, your number. We'll be doing your orientation. Um,
Glad
listen.
you said that. Hold on, B. I'm sorry. Angela, we're going to have someone from our team get with you. Angela says she needs to upgrade to the VIP.
Oh,
She did the
sure.
wrong one. But listen, I that's my sister. Can I let them borrow me for a moment? Can I loan myself?
As long as you come to work tomorrow.
If you need to talk to me,
Oh yeah,
if
absolutely.
you drop your number in the chat, I will call you. Like
Yeah.
I will call you. And so if you need to have a conversation, again, if you're on the fence, if you want to talk through something, I do it all the time. Y'all, this is a labor of love for us. This is from our heart. This is this, you know, this is from our heart. Because and then I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna throw it back to Brandy. Y'all, we started this at a time that when we opened our centers, we begged for help, y'all. We begged for help from people who look like us. We begged for help from people where I sent my 3 kids to, because we didn't have a center. My 3 kids went through the same daycare center. And when we started to open and we went to her and we asked her for help, she wouldn't even return our phone calls. I'm talking thousands of dollars that I spent out of my good pocket. And so when I tell you this is a labor of love for us, this is a heart thing. And so hopefully you can do it today. But if you can't, baby, I still love you and there's nothing you can do about it, because I believe that even now that God will make a way. Right. And so just know that we're here. Look, the numbers. I'm gonna be on the phone all day tomorrow. The numbers are
We
rolling.
like to talk, but I mean it's urgent. It's urgent, and the truth of the matter is like we understand the hurt of owning a business and that business not taking care of you, but you're taking care of it and everybody else. And I think that is one of the biggest challenges, Quintina. We will make sure you get to upgrade. It is such a challenge for the people that are on here. Everybody else is doing fine. The people that call you, can I hold something? But when you need to hold something, they're not calling you. When you need something, there's nobody to call. When you need to pay that $20,000 payroll, nobody understands. Nobody is available. That is something hard. But the bigger tragedy is when what you need is already in your hand, but you just gotta unlock it, right? And that's the thing that I know. Um, that's the thing that I know God has really helped me understand that my blessing is not a burden. So I went through a period, remember that about 2 years ago, I was like, I'm selling this. I'm too smart. I'm too cute. My kids going to college. And God told me, don't take my blessing and treat it like a burden. There's a new way of doing things. And for those of you who are Christians, you may understand this. It's like we're in a new season, right? And you know, I went to VBS. Some of us are trying to do things the way we did it 10 years ago, and it really don't work anymore. And so we want to make sure that you have all of the systems that you need. And it's not about spending a lot of money on systems. Sometimes it's one Google form that can help you out. Sometimes it's just one way you answer your phone. Stop saying, "Hey, this ABC childcare, huh?" Maybe you need to say, "Hi, this is Brandy. Are you calling to enroll your child today?" Right? It's just that one thing that you need to do. Sometimes it's the thing you don't know. Sometimes just doing these systems, you're gonna identify who is the snake in your business that don't want to follow the protocol, and they've been the one why you're not even enrolling because they not answering the phone, they not calling back because they don't even want no more kids. They fine being lazy because they don't have to pay the bills. They don't have to pay the costs. But when you go in and you start implementing systems, you're going to be able to see where the holes are in your business. And, you know, I'm passionate about it because I'm an owner myself. You know what I'm saying? We have our 6 children work for us. My sister, my mom, my cousins. So not only are we are an owner who employs our family. We love what we do. But we know that we can't do what we do and make the impact if we don't have enough students. And that's just the bottom line. That's just the truth.
And I just want to tell y'all, I need 5 more people on here tonight to invest in themselves, even if it's at the general admission. There are 5 of you that I really want to lock arms with you. I want to connect our faith with your faith. I really, really do want to help you. I just need 5 more of you to commit tonight. And knowing that even if it's before we have the phone call, sometimes it's just an act of faith. So be it unto you according to your faith. You got to step out. But there are 5 more of you on here tonight that I just believe if you take the step, that the next step you won't have to take.
Yeah. And Cameron said such a great deal for $5.97. But Tam, so many people are hurting. So many people, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be there every night of boot camp. I'm not sending a representative. I may have different hair every night. Now that's my business. That's me and my man business if I change my hair every night. But I can guarantee you that I'm going to be there every night and I'm going to walk you through it. And for those 5 weeks, I'm going to walk you through it and I'm going to help you through it. And when I post them on my page, I'm going to say, you post it on your page. When I call a parent, I'm going to say, you call a parent. So to give you guys time, we're going to play a quick video. We know you got to get up in the morning, but Coach Dad says she need 5. And so I'm going to listen to my big sister. I'm going to play this quick video for you guys because we definitely want you guys to win. We want you guys to know that we're here for you. And you can call us if you need us. If you dropped your number in the chat, Coach Nat gonna call you. Now answer your phone when she calls you now.
Yeah, don't act funny. Maybe I send a text because we don't answer unknown numbers. But when I call, don't act funny. My time is short, but I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Yay. All right. I'm gonna play this quick video. Let me pull it up.
And while we're watching the video, yes, I want you guys to head over to the website. Again, even if you have to start with the general admission and upgrade, but we want you to take a look at what we do at Child Care Millionaires Live because it is truly life and business changing. And so get ready for about 200 to 300 people that do what you do, owners, directors, teachers, all in one place.
Yes.
All in one place. I will text first. I will. Most of you, I think I'll send text first. So let's take a look. It's not every day that you meet somebody who really wants you to win. I think what is so amazing about Brandy is that even when she came to me with this vision, it was really out of a frustration of trying to launch our child care centers and running into established owner after owner who refused to help us. And so Child Care Millionaires was really birthed out of a place of frustration, but then out of a place of truly wanting to share what it was that we were blessed with others so that they would not have the same struggle.
This is my 5th conference with the Child Care Millionaires Association. I feel like each conference, each year, I grow a little bit more, I learn a little bit more, I become a little bit more successful in my business and personally. One way that I see that they help us wing it to win it is by having a personal touch. Brandy, Coach Condi, Coach Natalie, Coach Tamika, Coach DeShannon, all of them love to be very involved with the attendees and the participants of the organization.
I love Brandy. I love Natalie. They have pretty much spoken to my wife and told her exactly the same things that I've been saying for years. So I greatly appreciate them. They're now part of our family, you know?
It has been an amazing journey being part of Elevation Masterminds. They have been an amazing partnership with us. They have taught us so much. A lot of great things for our business, a lot of personal things to grow myself as a CEO. Thank you, Elevation Masterminds.
I am back for another wonderful conference at Child Care Millionaires Live, Houston, and my experience with Elevation has been winning. I've grown from the first video conference in 2020 during COVID, listening to Brandy, getting the ideas, the camaraderie, the sisterhood, knowing that I can do this, gave me the confidence to keep moving.
When I started Elevation Mastermind, when I came to the conference, I didn't have any type of direction. I just heard this child care millionaire thing, and I felt like that's where I needed to be. I needed to experience it. I heard it on the computer enough, and it was just time for me to be in the building because it just seemed like the energy was amazing, the people were authentic. It just seemed like that. So I was like, I have to see what this is really about because, you know, TV, it can seem a little fake sometimes. But when I got here, they had me in the middle of the floor crying because they was ready to help me, hold my hand, support me, and be there for me on my journey. I noticed that when I was in the middle of the floor, I had my sisters circle around me to support me and be there to help me get through this journey. I came here not owning a center and just wanting to have a center and working in my mom's center that I love dearly, but I had put my dream on the back burner because I felt like I wasn't doing what I needed to do for my family first, and I had to keep putting them first. But sometimes you could put you first and still take care of your family and make sure that you're living your dreams. So after signing up for Elevation Mastermind, I got the whole pie, not the slice of it. You know, the conference is just a slice, but Elevation Mastermind is the whole pie. I got the coaches calls that would just help me figure out where I wanted to go. I got the accountability partners who would check on me and make sure I was good, not just in my business, but in my personal, in my mental, in my emotional, and even in my spiritual. I have sisters praying for me, hoping and wishing that I win with them. So what are you waiting for? Because we want you to win. Like, no, for real, we want you to win. You should come, join us.
We want you to win.
We want to see you win.
We want to see you win.
Have you heard? Your losing streak is over. At Child Care Millionaires, we want to see you win. Welcome to your winning season.
I can tell you for a fact that Brandy really wants you to win. And it's one thing for people to say it out of their mouth. It's another thing for them to literally put their effort, their support, and their action where their mouth is. And I think that over the years, we've seen Brandy do this time and time and time again. And so I can tell you there's not a better coach, there's not a better cheerleader, there's not a better advocate in childcare than Brandy Wood Smith. And I'm not just saying that because she's my sister. Listen, we want you to win. It's been a great night. If you all have any other questions, let me know. I thought Dr. Connie, I think she's hopping on with me, but we want you
Come
to.
on.
Oh, there she is. As I watch. Hey, girl, as I watch those videos, I just have tears in my eyes when I think about the fact when Taj came to us, she didn't even have a center. Now her center is overrunning with kids. When I think about Josie and Mark out in Georgia, now have 4 or 5 centers, husband and wife, Haitian family, just doing beautiful things. But tonight, Coach Connie, I believe we just got about 4 more people on here that we need to talk to their hearts.
Oh, man, listen. I know the mere fact that they are still on the call, and
it's 35 of us still in the room. Wow.
Can I tell y'all something now? I just had dental surgery. It's so serious. I had to jump on, mouth hurting and all. Why? Because you guys got to fill these seats. And I'm telling you, when you get in the room with somebody that has a proven plan, a proven strategy, you can't sleep on it. Can I tell y'all something? I realized I was trying to medicate and just fix the problem. I couldn't do it. I had to go to a specialist. Bernice, I had to go to somebody that was bigger than me. Help me out. And I'm telling you tonight, this is your moment. Some of y'all, this is what you prayed for. This is what you was believing God for. It is in your face what you gonna do. You gotta make a decision. If not now, when? It's money in every seat that's empty. We're not gonna go to the center tomorrow and just start kicking over chairs. We're gonna fill the seats. Huh? Let's get it done. We'll figure out the rest on the other side. It's not just Coach Brandy. You got Coach Natalie. You have myself. You have Coach Tamika, Dr. DeShannon. You've got Coach Stacy. You got an army behind you. And I don't know, some of y'all been working solo dolo, but this may be the first time ever in the history of your career that you have a team that is invested in you winning. It ain't that we want to see you win. We want to hold your hand and walk you to the win. I know sometimes, I know the industry money is tight. You trying to figure it out, but I'm telling you, if you take one step, you don't know what's going to happen by tomorrow. You don't know what's gonna happen by tomorrow, but I know what's happening right now tonight. Rose, hey, listen, we in it. This thing kicks off on the 22nd. You got 5 days that we're hitting you every single day, and we're gonna fill your toolkit with everything you need to take off running. Listen, the testimonies even come from the webinar. People just are on here and they are implementing what they heard and seeing immediate results. So I heard Coach Nat was still on. I said, let me hop on and against my dentist orders. This is why I can't heal. Martha, don't laugh at me. This is why I can't heal, because I don't want to do right. But I'm telling you, I love this community. We believe in you. We know that the system works, and we know that the money that you need is in the seats. Martha says, what? Is this Eastern time? Central time? Central time, Central Standard Time. If we got to get an energy drink and stay up, listen, it's worth it. You're going to thank me later, because guess what? When you do this, I get to see you in November. I want to hug your neck. I want to hear the testimony. I want to know that, listen, I'm here because them seats fill. I'm not just here, but I brought my leaders because I feel those seats. I didn't realize the money I was needing, I already had. So I want y'all right now. We need Natalie say, hey, is it 4? Because I'm feeling like 6 of them. I don't know why they playing. I don't know why they playing. Y'all need me to start praying? I can do that too. You need me to touch and agree with you? What you need? Oh, Miss Walton said, yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Listen, absolutely. I'm excited.
Absolutely. And again, if you got to explain to your husband, your wife, your dog, your cat, your friend, sometimes we have conversations that we need to have. But the bigger conversation is the potential that rests in your business.
Absolutely.
Right? And if this is going to get you where it needs to be, it is an investment, and I can assure you the return. So it's been a good night, Dr. Connie. It's been a good night. I got some fish in the fryer. I'm gonna go eat the catfish.
Wait a minute.
I've been telling them all night, I'm eating a piece of catfish. Tomorrow, if you gave me your number, if you dropped your number in, you will get a text from me. And then we'll arrange some time to have a conversation. Now, I will say this, and I'm going to let y'all go tonight, Dr. C. They don't know me. Get to know me. Now, when I call you, be prepared to be honest and be real. Be prepared that we're not going to patty cake, and we're not, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to love on you, but we're going to get down to business. We're going to figure out what we need to do. But I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear how we're going to make this path forward. Yes. Some of you all, and I'm going to say this because I know the hour is late, but some of you heard on the video us talking about our mastermind program. A few of you have even inboxed me directly and said, what is this? What do we have? We will tell you more about our mastermind programs, but we do have a program for owners and directors where we walk with you for a full 12-month cycle. And you get individual coaching. You get accountability calls with Brandy, as well as some other. You think you come to the conference and everything else, you don't pay registration, but we offer you a whole system of support. So a lot of the people that you see in that video, they have been in our mastermind some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And are still with us and walking and doing really well. And so I want to tell you more about that. And if you're interested in our mastermind, they just posted a link for where you can fill it out, and we can set a call and we'll introduce it to you. But I will tell you, for most of our owners, it is the best decision they ever made in their lives. They don't look the same. Their business don't look the same. It's a lot of them. Oh, when y'all see
Phyllis say I'm in. I don't know what she
Yes,
in, Phyllis.
yes.
If you're in the
But it's
boot
about
camp,
60 of them, 70 of them, but they serious about their business. So when you get in the room and they start telling you, I got this grant and I did this and I did that, I always say, don't get intimidated, be inspired, because they don't care. They don't mind sharing. They don't mind telling you how they changed their mindset and how they invested in the system and it changed. They don't mind. And so those of you who are mastermind ready, let's just get through the boot camp.
yes.
Let's get through the boot camp. And then if you're mastermind ready, then I can definitely sit and talk to you. Congratulations. I don't want to leave tonight without celebrating you.
Come on, Bernice.
Tonight or not you, Dr. C, you going
No,
on.
I'm congratulating the folks that just got in, Phyllis and Bernice.
I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate you for showing up tonight. I want to celebrate you for signing up. I want to celebrate you that you took time to listen. I want to celebrate you that you still awake. Because if you know anything about Brandy, she go to sleep at 8:00.
She sleep right now.
She sleep right now. That's why she's not on camera. But no, I want to celebrate you. I want to thank you. And if nobody on your staff tells you, if nobody in your family tells you, if nobody ever says thank you, I want to say thank you to you tonight, because I know it's a labor of love. We know what you do, and we know the sacrifices that you make. So good night. I bid you good night. You pray for me while I pray for you. Dr. C, thank you for joining me. You know I love you. And I will be texting you tomorrow. Don't act like you don't know me. I am your child care cousin. I am the coach.
You better believe it.
In your life right now. So thank y'all. Have a good night.
Yes. Rest well, and I pray that your morning be good.
Yes, exactly. Good night.
I said, you don't need no beat, you better hype your bestie up. You don't need no beat, you better hype your bestie up. You don't need no beat, you better hype your bestie up. You don't need no, yeah, you better throw it, 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 ooh, you better.
We have Brandy Wood Smith coming up. He is committed to seeing your missions, your visions through. So I want you to put your hands together for Brandy Wood.
So drop it to the ground, let me see you scroll. That booty moving, girl, you ain't even trying. Back it up, let me sit this belly on your spine. I said, you don't need no beat, you better hype your bestie up. You don't need no beat, you better hype your bestie up.
It was full of energy. It just welcomed me with open arms. It was a blast. I'm not gonna lie. It's a party, y'all, and we learn also.
Throw it, ooh, you better, you better, you better throw it, throw it, throw it. Ooh, look, yeah, we like to party, we tryna have fun. I hope them knees good, girl, cause I ain't done. You smell good, you know that's what I like. But your partner them broke, cause they tryna start a fight.
The way the relationships in the mastermind have changed my life have been that I have been able to get a support system that I can call them whenever I want to. I can call them about anything. I can talk about anything, whether it is personal or professional.
Hype your bestie up. You don't need no beat, you better hype your bestie up. You don't need no, yeah, you better throw it, 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 ooh, you better, ooh, you better throw it, throw it, throw it. Hold up, pick it up, now drop it back down. I said pick it up, now drop it back down.
CMA, I love you all day. I love my CMA. Hey, I love my CMA. I love my CMA. CMA, I love you all day. All right, guys, we'll see you in boot camp. I'm not asleep, but I'm almost asleep. See you in boot camp. And I know you're a sinner. We'll see you there in the morning. Thank you, Coach Nat. Thank you, Dr. Connie. Thank you, my team. We are so ready to support you guys on next week. If your name not on there yet, we know it will be. We love you. We're praying.